All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powder Toast Man and Log and TV and Choo Choo. And let's get started. Yeah, this is a different angle. I thought I'd try something different here. I do that from time to time, so we'll see how this goes. This is a video about this knife, the Divo Knives Growler. Now, by the way, I'm trying this too because I'm trying some new lighting here. And I'm just seeing if maybe this angle makes it good with the lighting. But anyway, we'll see. So this is the Growler. This is made by our friends at Divo Knives, Kevin and Colin. Designed by them and made by Shieldon. Wow. Brain fart there for a minute. Shieldon in China, and then sold exclusively by White Mountain Knives. Very cool knife. You guys can see the one that I picked up is the stonewash version. Now, this is not a review because I have reviewed the Growler prototype. This is just a video about Divo Knives and the Growler. Now, this blade shape, the first thing that catches my eye on this knife, now, usually it's ergos, and this is good in ergos, and we'll talk about that. But what catches my eye on this is this great blade. You've got this shiny but great stonewash on this. 14C, and Kevin said he was trying, started with the idea of the Hidden Canyon Hunter fixed blade from Benchmade that had a lot of belly. And so what you see here is a knife with a big, tall, flat grind in this case. Let me make sure. I thought it was flat. Hold on. I'm going to look. I'm going to be a big liar if I don't get this right. I want to get this right. Actually, I think it's a thin hollow. Let me tell you what. I'm going to look over here because for some reason I thought I knew that for sure. But of course, and now I already know that down in the comments, Tom Weingart is about to say, come on, KC, king of not knowing what kind of grind is. Okay, it says it's a saber grind. So, very close, but we're good to go. But anyway, this is the stonewash version. Now, these are currently not available at White Mountain anymore. The stonewash are gone. You still have satin in stock, and you still have black wash in stock. The stonewash are gone, which, congratulations. Great job, Kevin. These are $85 over there. And again, if you haven't picked one up, definitely think about it and check it out. Now, you've got this very thin blade, which is just a cutter. And, guys, what I like about knives with a very tall grind is you end up with a very slicey blade. And you can see you've got so much room to cut. And it's just great. The big deal about this one, in my opinion, is, again, that tall grind that brings it down to this ridiculously thin edge, and it just wants to cut. Now, ergonomically, 4 fingers back here, locks me in right here. Very good. You don't have any jimping on this one, but I don't need it. You guys know that. I know a lot of people disagree with me on that one, but for me, I've got a nice little poon-shaped area here. Got this nice thumb rest. Just cradles my thumb, rounded off on the top of the spine there. Just feels great. Now, when you choke up, it's wonderful. Again, do I wish these scales were contoured instead of flat? Yes, I do. But they did do some nice chamfering on the edges here. And again, it is just, it's nicely done. The micarta is fantastic. I love this micarta. Now, your pivot's lower here. Because of that tall grind. Very cool. Now, I will tell you guys, the one thing, usually when I close this knife, I go ahead and get my thumb out of the way because you can see the corner of that blade. Didn't that time, but it has come down right there on my thumb. So I typically close this one sort of, well, see, I didn't do it again. I try to get my finger out of the way and do it that way, if that makes any sense. And, to each their own. But it is definitely a very smooth action. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this hole. Not my preference to have a giant hole like that because what's happening is my finger gets in there and it sort of already breaks that detent if I go too far in. But Kevin has pointed out that as long as you stay sort of in that corner and definitely get to a point either, where you're just your fingernails in there and you're not like doing the whole thing. So if you just do that, it's fine. Now I've heard talk about people having weak detents. Mine is not weak. It is very fine. There's a good detent on this one. No issues whatsoever in that regard. You just got to sort of get used to getting your finger in that point. Now, I will tell you this. If you like thumb flicking, this is a master at thumb flicking because you got plenty of room to dip your whole thumb down in there and just let it go. And that, to me, is the money way, or rolling out if you want to. But your thumb is the magic in this knife. Middle finger flicking, again, you just have to get used to it, and it is great. Now, lockup on this one is about 15 to 20 there, so it's a little early, but not bad. You do have very good lock bar access there, as you can see. And is there a chamfer? Yeah, there's a very slight chamfer in the lock bar, which is good. Like it. Very nice. Now, you do have a lanyard hole. For those of you that like that, you got a titanium backspacer, and you have the great way to flip your clip around. Now, it is not all the way to the tip, but it is pretty deep carry. I'm not a fan of this clip. Let's just get that out there. The clip is very low. I have a hard time getting that clip in and out of the pocket. It is such a small ramp. It's a good ramp, but it's so small, it doesn't catch. It just kind of sticks there for me. But again, it is a springy clip, and if you get it in there, it retains fine. It's good, but you can flip it around, and that is good. But I dig the looks of this knife with the black pocket clip and the black, pivot collar, and then you have the milled out DK there on the pivot. Very, very nice. Now, again, I said this wasn't a review, it's more of an overview, but I'll go ahead and give some stats on this one. And by the way, don't forget you can use code KnivesFAST at White Mountain Knives and get 10% off. So it'll be even cheaper than that $85. Now, it's 14C28N on the steel, 7.56 inches overall, 4.49 handle length, and the blade length is 3.07, and it is 4 ounces. Now, you guys know one of my favorite knives of 2022, period, end of story, is the Divo Stout. So we'll do some comparison with that. Now, this is the one thing that gets a little tricky with the way I set up the camera here. But here is your Growler, and here is your Stout. You can see the Stout is just slightly larger. Hold on, let me see if I can get my finger. There you go. The Stout is just slightly larger in the blade and the handle there. Very nice. Let's do our Ontario Rat 1, which is going to be a little bit bigger as well in the handle and the blade, quite a bit bigger actually there. And then there we go. All right. Rat 2 right here is significantly smaller. So there are your size comparisons. And guys, if you don't know about Divo knives, you got to pay attention to them. The mash is coming very soon to Blue Creek Knives. The Growler is at White Mountain Knives. They are just killing it with their designs, and I cannot wait for the Urban EDC Barley designed by Divo Knives as well. And the mash is, you guys, a lot of you pre-ordered the mash, so very, very cool. So, yep, there is the Growler. Those are my thoughts on the Growler. And let me know what you guys think of this one. Did you get one? Are you thinking about getting one? If you are, you should probably go for it because they seem to be going, and they will be gone before too long. So give me a thumbs up. There you go. Can you even see my thumb here? Thumbs up. Give me a comment down below. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know. Thanks so much for your support and for watching the KnivesFAST channel.